The Vic's wife bought tobacco. You found pesticide mixed in tobacco in her kitchen, which is a perfect recipe for bringing her in.
Well, it was a gift, of course. Smoking was the one vice Derek had that I hadn't tried to break him of, and making a gift of tobacco had a special meaning for us.
Special meaning. And you especially made sure you had to take it with him out in the desert.
I really have no idea what you're getting at. My husband liked to roll his own cigarettes. I gave him some tobacco as a gift.
Same unique blend that killed your husband.
Well, that is odd, I admit. And as I say, he rolled his own cigarettes. Wouldn't he have noticed if someone mixed something toxic in?
This was odorless, tasteless, and worth a shot, with $500,000 payday waiting for the loving wife.
Spare me your sarcasm, Captain. I already told you, that money means nothing to me. I earn my own considerable income as an attorney. Wasn't I the one who told you about the policy, and warned you it would look suspicious? I didn't touch any jar. And I have no idea how pesticide might have gotten in my husband's tobacco. Why don't you ask that jackass Astor? It was his pesticide, wasn't it? Hell, it was his jar! Just like I said before, he got up and made us breakfast. You don't think he could have poisoned himself, do you? Well, he seemed happy. Then we were eating, and the contractor stopped by to get his junk out of our kitchen. We just left him alone. Neither of us wanted to talk to him. Wait. The contractor was in our kitchen. He could have poisoned him right behind our backs. God, I can't believe it. Do what you have to. Anything to help eliminate me so you can go after the real killer.
You can't play the loyal wife who had just turned her wayward husband around when this tragedy happened. Not when the semen stains we found don't belong to your late husband.
I was going to end it. The affair, I mean. It started before Derek turned his life around, during a time when I felt very, very alone. And even when Derek and I started crawling back up out of the hole our marriage had become, my friend, as you put it, was there for me, supporting me. I'm not the only woman with 2 men in her life that she cares about.
Prints on the jar lid tell the whole story.
You're wrong. I loved my husband. You're wasting time going down the wrong road. My theory is that ball-breaking mother of his is in on it with Astor.
Well, it wasn't Mom's prints on the jar lid. It was yours. And she didn't buy the tobacco. You did. Just like she didn't mix the poison.
You didn't find out at the last second about your husband's camping trip. You knew in advance, which is why you bought the tobacco the day before, giving you plenty of time to mix it with pesticide, and send him off to the desert to die.
But you dropped the lid and couldn't get to it. So, to throw off suspicion, you called contractor Lou Astor and had him collect his materials and haul them away before your husband left.
You want a confession? You're not going to get one. I'm an attorney and I know my rights. And incidentally, I'm innocent. I didn't need the money, and I loved him despite his faults.
Maybe at one time, and whether you needed his money or not, what wife could sit there while her husband gambled away a trust fund? Here he is married to a beautiful woman like you, and he throws his money away on strippers.
But Mrs. Mitchell, Carla, why not just divorce the guy?
I'm not saying another word.
Then you know, Greg, Carl is a Catholic, and divorce is a sin. Anyway, a divorce settlement wouldn't have meant squat with that trust fund whittled away. But $500,000 in life insurance could make up for a lot of indignities.
I'll see you in court. You'll love it. I'll defend myself.
Perfect. And like the old saying goes, you'll have a fool for a client.
The tragedy of marriage, a wag once said, is that all women marry thinking their man will change, and all men marry believing their wives will never change. And both are wrong. For Carla Mitchell, marriage was built on trust. A trust fund, that is. When she saw it melt away, she sought a new policy. Life insurance. Her poison of choice was tasteless and odorless, but not invisible, to the eyes of science at least. You did well. Let's evaluate your performance. You investigated every possible angle on this case. Doesn't happen often, but I'm very impressed.